Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, and welcome back to the new project, Project Tooo Minty, as opposed to Minty 2. Today, we are going to get the seats cleaned. The weather ain't fantastic, I have to say, but we're going to get that interior clean. I'm going to take all the seats out, clean the interior, clean the seats, probably put the seats indoors to dry, much to my wife's dismay. And make a little start on the bits of paintwork that need doing, I think. It's not going to take very long to get this done. I haven't booked an MOT yet. I need to get that done today as well. Let's get on with it. Let's do it. Day 2 on Project Tooo Minty. So as I say, it's all up and running now. I've not driven it, of course, yet, so as far as I know it's all right, but I've got a new one of those. I had one of those in my loft. I forgot to bring it out with me, but yeah, I've got a new one of those. We're not going to replace that steering wheel. I think I mentioned that before. Just needs a general clean up on the inside, doesn't it? I've got some new mats to put in it. It's a little bit on the smelly side. I'm not quite sure. It's not smoky. Not quite sure what it is. Interestingly, the automatic one doesn't have a little compartment there. Unusual. But yeah, we like these seats, the facelift seats, they're nice. And of course they've got the green trim as well, which goes with the green car. We've got to give it a good old clean still. Clean the outside. We're going to get the wheels off, have a look, get it up in the air, have a look at those, look at the brakes and what have you. I was looking at the MOT. I'm sending off for the logbook for this one because I've got no service history with it. So to track it down, I need the logbook. But I was looking at the old MOT history, and I think it was in 2020. I think it was. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was in 2020. It had a leak from the from the water pump. So I think that was when the cam belt was done. Because no one's going to replace a water pump without doing a cam belt, are they? I think it's extremely unlikely. So I think we can safely assume, although I can't evidence it, I will say to the new buyer, look, I think it's been done. It's up to you whether you want to get it done or not, but I think it's been done. Because anyone in their right minds wouldn't replace a water pump without doing a cam belt. It would just be stupid. If they're penny pinching, I suppose they might do. But, you know, for the sake of the actual belt itself, it's not going to cost you any more, is it? So I'm going to assume it's been done. Going to do this as well. Try and get this done today if we can. But I'll say the first thing to do, get the seats out, get the interior cleaned, get the seats cleaned. So there is moisture in the air, and they do give rain for this afternoon. So I need to get this done sharpish. And then we'll get it up in the air, check the brakes, look at all the tyres and everything, and generally go over it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this one. As I say, shouldn't take too long. I need to take it out for a run at some point as well, just to make sure the gearbox is behaving as it should. It's, you know, up and down the drive and what have you. It seems absolutely fine. So I've got no issues at the moment with it, but I really need to take it for a run first to make sure that's the case. Anyway, let's get you set up. Let's get these seats out, get them cleaned, and then we'll go from there. Right, I've done the front seats. I did film it on time lapse, but I just realised that my phone never wasn't recording for some reason. They weren't actually that dirty, to be honest, but I still like to clean them. Reason I took them out really is because obviously there's glass underneath, and the carpet is quite dirty. Actually, there's some stains and stuff. I've seen much worse. However, what I did notice when I was taking the seat out is that carpet is soaking wet, and obviously I believe that that's probably because of the broken window. So I think when it's rained, the water's got in there. It's not at the front. Well, actually, no, it is a little bit just there as well. A little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. But it's soaking there. So that's obviously what that smell is that was in here, or is in here. And obviously the purpose of cleaning it will also soak that water up as well. So yeah, all is good. Quite dirty under the seats, as it always is. Back seats there's no marks on those at all really, or one mark just there I can see. Maybe another one over the other side. Actually it shows through the camera, you can't barely see it with a naked eye. Nothing on that one. But I'll clean them anyway, just freshen them up. I mean, we like the nice fresh smell of the the D101. It's a lovely fresh smell, as I always banging on about. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hoover up all that bit at the back, hoover up all this, and then we'll obviously to get all that glass up, and then we'll give the carpet a clean as well. I think we'll do the back seats first, obviously, and then we'll while they're drying, we can be getting in the car. We can be cleaning up the inside, and then I'll leave the doors open. It is quite warm today. It's the 2nd of October today, and for those of you who are in the UK, obviously know that we're going through a bit of a warm patch for this time of the year. Although they do give rain for today, it is really warm. I've taken my hoodie off now, and I'm quite warm. So although the sun's not out, hopefully the warmth will allow the seats to dry, and of course the inside. But it is meant to be windy and rainy later, so deep joy. Luckily for us down in the south, we've had quite good weather over the last 3 or 4 weeks, whereas up north, well, virtually the rest of the country, have had lots of rain, floods and what have you. Good old global warming. Oh sorry, climate change, not global warming. Yeah, so let's get on. The other thing I remembered that I've got to do as well, especially while I've got the seat pad out, is I've got to get that Blue and Me unit out. Now I have bought a new second-hand Blue and Me unit on eBay for £116, which I will put in, and I will be keeping that one. And there is a reason for that, which I won't be covering in this video, but it's something that I will be introducing to you two within the coming, probably, I'm hoping before Christmas, that I will be able to bring you some news. Yeah, I will say no more about that at the moment, but for the time being I am going to put a new one in, which will mean, I keep saying new, second-hand one in, which will mean of course proxy alignment. Because of course if you haven't repaired, you don't have to have a proxy alignment. Not that that really matters when you've got multi-ECU scan anyway. I have got to find a thing from somewhere, you know, the little blanking plate. Got one missing there. I'm not sure if I've got any of those. Hopefully I might have one knocking around somewhere. Otherwise I have to try and find some from somewhere. I know you can buy them from AliExpress, but so I've heard that they don't match very well colour wise, but I suppose I ought to get a set anyway, just for spares to have, or a couple of sets even, depends how much they are. Anyway, let's get on. We'll come back once we've got all this clean. Yeah, I'm not going to bother filming it, no point really. And then once we've done that, we can get on and I think probably get some of this muck off. What's happened to my white balance? It's gone a bit funny. Yeah, all this dirt on here. I need to get all this off. Not dirt, is it? It's the forensic dust. I've got it off the door, this door. Didn't do it on the other one. I bought a new battery for it. I have got a decent battery in it which has come out of the Pearl car, but it needs a new battery. I've got a couple of batteries down there. That one's dead. That's the one that was in it. The one that was in it, I've tried doing a repair charge on it as well. Nothing. There's zilch, zero. Completely dead. I've forgotten which one's which now. I can't remember. One of these is also knackered. I can't remember which one it is. But that one, although it's the wrong type of battery, I think that might come out of the Arbath or something, I'm not sure. But that's been charged up. It only says 57% health, but it's 100% charge. So for the time being, I'll probably swap it over to that one and put the other one back in this Pearl car. But I have ordered a new one from Tainer.co.uk, which I did a comparison on Car Parts for Less, and it was something like £40–50 less for the same battery. Sometimes they are around the same sort of price, and that was and they had a 24% discount. It wasn't including the 24% discount at the weekend on Car Parts for Less, but still a lot cheaper coming from Tainer, a lot cheaper for exactly the same battery. So yeah, so that'll be coming in the next couple of days. Yeah. Oh, it looks like the cat's going to help now. Poppy, you going to get in the car? Puppy. No, she's ignoring me. Anyway, let's get on. Right, so backs are all clean. I couldn't get those marks off on there, so I'll have to do those afterwards. I've hoovered this side, taken this off, and down there I found 20, 40, 60, 75p. And another penny, which went up there, unfortunately. And there's a 2p in there, which I can't get out because it's gone underneath. But they're a bit manky, I have to say, very manky, but they'll still go in my little pot. Ugh, and then I'll hoover those. God knows what that is. I dread to think. Something's gone mouldy. Check this out. When I was in the back cleaning, and I was treading here. Look, watch. Nice shoes, state of them. See that? Look, watch. So it's even wetter than I thought it was. Luckily, of course, I'm going to be sucking it out. So it's only that bit that's like that. So I'm hopefully it's not. I know obviously it is sodden, but I think what I'll probably do is I will get. I'll probably get a fan, electric fan, once it's done, and I will go over it and over it and over it and over it with the extractor. And whatever I can't get out, I'm going to put a fan in there to dry it. I'm not taking the carpets out, not for that, no way. I mean, I suppose I could just peel it back here, but I've got to take all this out, and nah, I'm not doing that. So hopefully I can just dry it out. If it don't work, then I'll have to take it out, but I don't want to be taking the carpets out because it's a real pain. You've got to take so much trim off to get it out just for that. So we'll see. We'll see how much I can get out. So now I've hoovered this side, I'll just obviously get those bits up. I've got a nice full hot water, a kettle full of boiling water, hot water out of the tap. We'll give it a go with the brush and we get it up as clean as we can. I'm sure it'll come up lovely, they always do. I've seen a lot worse, that's for sure. That's that. All nice and clean. I seem to manage to get it all up over that side. There was some bubble gum over that side, which I've pretty much got off. I got most of, there's some on this side as well. Got most of it off. Still that little bit, so I'll go over that once it's dry. I'll steam it. I haven't actually got a steamer. I'll do something off. Oh, yeah, I'll use something on it to get it off. So I got most of it off, but I went over it with a drill as well. That helped to loosen it up, and I think the hot water in the extractor machine has helped to soften it, which lifted it. But yeah, it needs a little bit more work, so we'll do that once it's all dry. But yeah, it's all nice and clean now. Got to go over the plastics. I'm going to leave this back seat out. Obviously because as I mentioned earlier, I've got to get that back panel off to get the Blue and Me out. No rush to do that. I'm not going to bother doing that yet because the Blue and Me probably isn't getting posted until today, so I'll probably get it sometime this week. But that's the inside done now. I've cleaned it out in the boot because obviously it gets full of water, not full of water, but gets water in the wheel well, which helps obviously then to be able to clean it. So that's clean now. Full toolkit, nothing missing by the looks of it, which is always good. Yeah, that's it. Right, we're all done on the inside now, completely done. All the I haven't actually wiped over the top of the dash, but we'll do all that afterwards. All the hard surfaces cleaned, door cards have been cleaned, obviously they're wet still. Yeah, everything's been cleaned. I haven't gone over the bit of the back there because I don't want to tread on the carpets to get to it, so before we put the seat in, obviously we'll do that. Yeah, I can't put that on just yet because I really need to sit in the car and do that, so we'll do that tomorrow or something when we get the seats back in. Well, this afternoon we'll get the seats back in because obviously I can't leave the car in the middle of the drive. So what's next? I think I want to leave the doors open as much as I can to let it dry out inside, and it's actually still warm. I'm hoping that the weather forecasters have got it wrong and it's not going to rain this afternoon, but we'll see. Seats are drying off nicely. I think what I'm going to do, I was going to do the paintwork, but which I will later on. But well, depending on the weather. But I want to get these wheels off and have a look and see whether I've got to do the brakes or not. Of course, I don't know whether they need doing or not. Oh, they're very, very cracked. Yeah, that needs replacing. That's for sure. Right, let's have a look. Don't look too. The discs don't look too bad. Oh yeah, they are lipped. Oh blimey, yeah they are. They are quite lipped. Pads are alright though. Pads are fine. They are very lipped. Let me show you. I've just had a look. Unfortunately, I haven't got any. I was going to do it now, but I haven't got any pads. To be honest though, the pads don't actually need changing. The pads aren't far off being new. Look at them. Pads don't need changing. But that disc, look at that lip. I reckon that lip is... How can we get away with that? No, I want to change them. I want to change them. Should we leave the pads? Should we put the same pads back in? Don't know. There's so much meat on those. It seems a waste of money changing them. You know what? They don't need changing. The pads. Let's leave the pads in and just change the discs. Right. So I did wonder how we do this on an automatic, but I put it. Obviously, there's no battery connected, so electronically I couldn't put it in drive or in gear. So of course that's spinning. But I shoved a screwdriver in there, which managed to hold it, and I managed to get those undone. So that was a bit of a pain. Okay, so the only thing I'm worried about is if I can't get these. Actually, I don't even see any. Oh no, there is a pin there. I'm not sure I've got any pins. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I will do the pads. Let me check to see if I've got any pins, because I did buy some pins. It's whether I can get that pin out and then put it back in again. Yeah, I'm just going to have a look to see if I've got any spare pins. I think I bought some, but they do of course come, when you buy the padded brakes, they do come with new pins. Right, I've done that one. Let me show you the disc. The pads are fine. The pads are absolutely fine. Let me show you the disc though. If you can see that lip, yeah, I think you can. It's quite big, probably 0.5 mil. I mean, I could have got away with it, but I think that would probably come up as an advisory on the MOT. It's lipped on the inside there, not on the outside. So they've seen better days. They're definitely due for renewal. So yeah, kept the old pads. I had one of those pins. I'm hoping that I can get the other one out without breaking the actual pin itself, because obviously it breaks within the hole, doesn't it? And I have punched them out before, so you can get them out if you get something in there thin enough. But hopefully I won't need to do that. But I'm going to order some pads anyway, not for this, but just might even order, if they've still got their 24% off, I think I'll order a couple of sets. Makes sense, doesn't it? Even if it's just to have spare pins. I thought I had some spare new pins, but I haven't. I think I got the little cotter pin things, but I had trouble finding the actual, the pin that actually goes through the caliper. But yeah, I couldn't get any basically. But I'm sure we'll make do. Hopefully we'll be able to get the other one out without breaking it. The other one was, it had been turned, the pin had been turned around so far, and because over time they seize up, you can't get anything on them to turn them back. So I had to hammer it through and break it. That was the only way I could get it out. But what I'll do is I'll let this side down, and I'll do the other side on time lapse, so at least you can see me doing it. that's that one done. That tyre is okay-ish, but if it was my own car I'd probably replace it. The tyre on the other side has got loads of tread. Loads of tread. I will show you them at another time when I take the wheels off again to clean the wheels properly. But it's cracking. See the cracking here? Within the tyre itself, the cracking all the way around is much, much worse. Almost looks like there's been a earthquake. That type of crack. So that one's going to be replaced. I haven't looked at the backs yet. Arrow speed. These aren't brilliant, I have to say. Plenty of tread, but again, bit of crack in there. Not quite so bad. This one looks fine. This one does look fine. What make that is? Oh, that's a Michelin, so that's a decent one. Well, there is a tiny bit of crack in, but I think really at least fronts have got to be replaced. I might be able to get away with that other back one, but I'm thinking in a car of this age I'm not going to be getting part-ons. I'm going to put new ones on, only budget ones. I'm just wondering about this one as well. So it has got some cracking. Oh, I don't know. I'll see what the rest of it's like when I take it off. Actually, there's not masses of wear. There's not masses. It's probably only a millimetre from the wear sensor. Wear sensor, you know, from the wear indicator. To be honest, I'm just wondering. That one's all right though. That one's fine, and it is a Michelin. So maybe I'll get 3 tyres. Don't know. I'll think about that. I'll get some prices actually. I'm assuming they're the normal size, aren't they? 185. Forgotten now. What are they? 185, 55, 15s. I think that's what they are, aren't they? Let me have a look. Where are we? 185, 55, 15s. Yeah. So we'll I'll get a price. See how much it's going to be. Obviously, it comes out of my profit. That's the problem. So I can't add the money to the cost of the car. That was my hand on there, by the way, that noise. Not something else. Don't know, we'll have a think about this. I couldn't believe it, I ordered that from Tainer yesterday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and at like 1 o'clock the following day, it's arrived. I got a notification yesterday evening it had been dispatched, but I didn't expect to be getting it today, considering I ordered it on a Sunday afternoon. How about that for service? So what I want to do, I want to try and get this done this afternoon if I can. Get all these bits of paint touched up. The car is clean, apart from the greasy hand marks where I've been doing the brakes, but I've washed my hands now. I should have put gloves on, I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, so there's a couple of bits to touch up there. We'll do that bit first. I think it's going to be the lighter shade. I'll, somewhere in there, can't remember where I put them, hopefully somewhere I can find them. I put those spray out cards with the 3 shades, because I've got all 3 shades of paint. To me this looks like the lighter shade. So I'm going to see, actually it's a lot of that. Actually, you know what? I think almost all of that is transference. I don't think that's going to actually need any paint. Might need a couple of bits to touch it up. Yeah, it's transference, it's like black bumper. We're going to get the G3 on that. See if we can get it all out. Right. Let's give this a go, see what we can get out. Don't think we're going to need the polisher for this. So I'm going to try the old G3. So this is the more coarse one. This is the paste. So I'm going to try it. Usually we can just do this on a cloth. It's quite thick. Right, let's give it a go. Quite stubborn, but it is coming off. I think what I thought also I was going to try, I brought some that's panel wipe. I also got some not IPA, the other one, What's it called? Surgical Spirit. I'm going to try that as well. So let's try Surgical Spirit, see what that does. Just try on a bit of it. If not, we'll just continue as we were. Let's do it down this bit on the bottom. Just doing it about the same amount as the G3 is actually, funnily enough. Let's get a bit more G3. I think maybe I am going to need the polisher on this. Normally don't actually, normally just do it with elbow grease. Literally elbow grease. Oh, there we go, it's coming off now. Hey, look at that. Gone. Keep at it. So, yeah, good stuff this. Just takes a bit of effort. Right, I'm going to carry on. We'll come back once I've finished. Right, that's pretty much gone. I did end up using the Ryobi with the Sonac stuff down there, which helped, but it actually, to be honest, it came off better with the G3. But it's gone, pretty much. Yeah, that bit there is a chip, so we'll have to touch that in with paint. And I think this one here is, yeah, that's a gouge, so that'll have to be touched in with paint. I'm not gonna paint it as such. I'm just gonna touch that in, and a little one down next to the towing eye cover. Not sure about the ones on the back. Let's have a feel. Yeah, that's a chip that needs touching. That's it, I think, isn't it? That's all of them. So that was the worst one by far, and that's now gone. Excellent. I just had a look at this thing on the back. I was going to take this off, but it's been damaged by the sun, and it's all, you know, you can't. That's going to be a job and a half getting that off. And of course, you've got the wire for the heated rear window as well, so that is going to be really difficult to get off. I think we might have to try using heat. And I don't know. I think it's gonna. I don't want to use a razor blade on it because I don't want to end up cutting the wire for the heated rear window. What a stupid place to put it. It's obviously been on there for some time. Number plates I've bought, they're on their way. They'll probably come tomorrow, I expect. So we'll get those on tomorrow. Nothing wrong with these number plates, but I just don't like. Not so much the front one, it's the back one. But how dries this carpet now? Yeah, it's getting there. It is getting there. It's not been in sun, so it's only the air really, so I'll leave it at least another hour before I put the seats in. My neighbour doesn't normally get home till about 4:30, 5 o'clock, because obviously I'm in the middle of the drive at a minute, so the longer the seats can stay out the better, really. But that of course was the wetter bit, wasn't it? It's all right now, it's not pooling or anything like that. I've sucked it all out. So when I service this tomorrow, actually I haven't looked at the, oh, that filter looks new. That looks, actually I don't think I've even checked the oil on this. That filter looks brand new. I'm going to get a torch down there. I don't think I'm going to be servicing it. It literally looks brand new. Let me just get a torch. Right, can you see that? Can you see that oil filter down there? I'm not sure it's in focus, but that oil filter looks brand new. Absolutely brand new. So we'll have a look at the oil, but yeah, that is quite new. So I'll look at the oil actually and see what that looks like. Yeah, I mean it's black, but if you look around it's not focusing on it, is it? It's focusing beyond it. There we go. So if you look at it on the end there, as I turn it, you can see it looks quite oily coloured. And if we put it on my fingers, let's try. Yeah, a little bit black, but obviously it'll always be a little bit black unless it's literally just been put in. But that as far as I'm concerned does not need an oil change. No, definitely not, definitely not. I've just done it again, and it's, yeah, it's just a waste of money, I think, doing. I'll look at the air filter, and if that is clean, then that's definitely made my mind up. If they, you know, they wouldn't do an oil change without doing the air filter. In fact, should we look at it now? Yes, sod it, why not? Let's get it off and have a look. Strangely enough, that's filthy. That's really strange. I'm surprised about that, considering how clean that oil is and how clean the oil filter. Would someone have done an oil change and a filter change without changing the air filter? Would they? I find that quite strange. I think what we'll do, I won't service it for now. I will wait until I get the logbook back so we can check and chase up that service history. We'll change this now, but we'll wait. Yeah, if we can't trace one, and it wasn't done within the last, I don't know, couple of months, then we'll do it, regardless of it being a waste of money. At least I can say it's been done then. It's had a service, you know, new tyres, service, new MOT, blah de blah de blah. But yeah, no, that's well overdue. Would you do a service, do an oil change and a filter change, but not change the air filter? Seems daft to me. I can't see why someone would actually do that. Interesting. Right, front seats are back in, looking lovely and clean. The carpet was still a little bit damp, just a touch, but literally as I managed to get that seat in, it started to rain. Not a massive amount, but as you can see, it started to rain, which it stopped again, but yeah, nice and clean, virtually dry. Well, the seats are dry, the carpet's just a little bit damp still. Yeah, no rear seating, as I say, because I've got to take out that side panel to get that blue and me out, which I will most likely do tomorrow. But I do have to work on my 500X tomorrow, so I think what I'll do is I'll get that 500X finished in the morning, or done in the morning. I haven't started it yet, apart from cleaning it, done in the morning, and then we'll get back on this. But there's not really an awful lot more to do. I'm going to clean the engine up because I was going to leave it till after I serviced it, but as I say, unless I do service it, which I don't think I'm going to, then that's something we don't need to do. So there's very, very little. I've done all the touching up. I've touched up that. I'm going to try, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try cutting that back and polishing it just to see, it takes the eye off it, what I've done. I've touched up the bits on the bottom of the bumper there. As you know, I've done that bit just there. So that bit's done. The only other bits was a little bit to touch up on the corner there, which you can't see anymore, and a little bit over here, which again you just about see, barely see. I'll touch that up again a little bit more, and I might polish that as well. But generally it's in really nice condition. I've got to get that little dent out. I'm not going to do that today, I'll do that tomorrow probably as well. But I think what's going to hold me up is being able to take it for an MOT and getting the tyres. That's the only thing that's going to hold me up. It's going to be finished apart from that. Pretty much, well, I finished it today really. There's not really much else to do, is there? Certainly another day's work, getting the blue and me done. That's it. That's all I've got left to do. Apart from, you know, taking it out for the tyres and what have you. I've not really got any other work to do on it. I'm going to take the wheels off and give them a good clean. Front and backs, so we'll do those one at a time. That takes a little while doing that. You know, it's not like I can't put it up on a ramp and take them all off at the same time. It's just one at a time, or two at a time. I can get it up in the middle, so both sides are off the ground at the same time. I can do front and back at the same time. At least I can do that. So yeah, that won't be tomorrow. I might as well leave that until next week now. There's no rush really. Morning, welcome back. Summer is finally over. It's very wet, temperature's dropped, hence I've got a hoodie on. Yeah, about a week's passed since the last video, maybe a little bit more. Blue and Me unit has arrived, the new one, so I'm going to be putting that in today. It's MOT day tomorrow. New tyres all the way around tomorrow. I think that's a first for me. Don't normally do that, and they're new, not part used. Only basic, you know, I say basic ones. Only economy tyres. I think I got a code for a 5 or 6% discount, something like that. I think it came out at like £178 for the 4 tyres, but got to be done. got to be done. It's a nice car, so it's good to have some decent tyres. I say decent, new tyres on them. They're all right. I use economy tyres myself. I actually spoke to a tyre fitter once whilst they were doing tracking or something for me, and I asked him about economy tyres. And I said to him, you know, is it worth buying expensive tyres? And he said, to be honest, he said, not really. He said a quality economy is better. He said most tyres will either get damaged or punctured before they wear out anyway. He said, so not really. He didn't say what decent economy tyres, but that come from a tyre fitter who wasn't trying to sell me tyres, I hasten to add. But yeah, that was his opinion. So probably on my own car, you know, when I need new tyres on a BMW, I'll get like for like whatever's on it now, I will put on it, only because that's my car. But for doing this, economies. But I think I may shy away now from doing the part ones. I might do it occasionally, depending on the car. But I think generally I'm just going to put new ones on from now on. Yeah, anyway, that's that. But Blue and Me unit's going in today. As I say, MOT tomorrow, new tyres tomorrow, obviously the other way around. There's very little left to do on this, but I just want to get, it's raining a little bit, it's raining the air, it's supposed to clear up, but at the very least I want to get the Blue and Me done. And obviously because you never know when you buy a second-hand Blue and Me whether it's going to work or not. So obviously I need to know that, because if it doesn't, I need to send it back. And also for the MOT, of course, I need to get the side panel back on. Not that it would fail the MOT if the side panel was off, I don't think, but in which case, actually, yeah, I think I'll take it. If that's the case, and fingers crossed it's not, but if that's the case, I'll leave the side panel off. I'll just put the seat back in. So yeah, let's get on with it. I'll stick you up in time lapse. We'll get it off, put the new one in, and then we'll test it. Incidentally, before I sign off to do that, is that in there? No. Project Ryvita's coming back today. Got a message from him yesterday whilst I was at work, and he says they think they've got a bit of an oil leak. I'm wondering, see, I had a stain on the driveway, and I thought it was from the aircon, but that stain has not gone. You know, two weeks or so later. So I don't think it was oil. I got a feeling it might be gearbox oil. I got a feeling that when the drive shafts have gone back in, maybe one of the gators has split or something like that. So he's bringing it to me. I'm going to get it up on ramps. I can have a look, and if that's the case, if I can identify where it's coming from, I'm going to get Glenn, the mobile mechanic, to sort it out, and then I'll pay for it. Yes, that's my customer service. Yes, he's had the car for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but he's noticed an oil leak. I will be fixing it. Even if it was a month, 2 months down the line, I would pay for it. You know, the car's not offered with a warranty, but something like that was clearly like it when I sold it to him, so it's not something that's gone since. So I'll pay for it, but that's why I've got a good reputation. That's why I can sell my cars so easily. So I'll let you know once he's been and gone. Obviously I'm not going to film him, but once he's been and gone, I'll let you know about that as well. But I made a decent profit out of that car, so you know, it doesn't hurt for me to, if I have to get Glenn to sort it out, put new gators on or something like that, or you know, even if it's something else, so be it. Anyway, let's get this Blue and Me done. Right, that's the old one out. Horrendous weather. It's really warm though. So as you can see, that was manufactured on the 5th of the 1st, 2013. The one I've got is from the 2014. But as you know, or as you probably know, as you may know, as you might not know, there were only two types, version 1 and version 2. Around mid 2010, they changed it from version 1 to version 2, and they're not cross compatible. So when you buy one of these, you have to make sure that you get it from the right version. So a lot of the cheaper ones on eBay seem to be from 09 cars for some bizarre reason, and they'll be version 1s. This said in the listing it was from a 2014 car, which as you can see there it is. I'm not sure whether my lens is a bit steamed up here. I'll have to wipe it, or maybe it's my glasses because it's spitting me rain. I'm a bit on the damp side. Not very nice day today, but yeah, so we're going to get this one back in now. I'm not going to fix it in place. I'm just going to plug it in for the time being, and then we will get into the car and we'll see if it works, because obviously I don't want to fit it all in if it don't work. So let's do that. Right, I'm just pairing it to my phone now. So it says user pairing in progress. Although it doesn't seem to be.
The pin code
there we
is
go.
3539. To pair up, look for the blue and me with
There
the
it is.
device and insert the pin code displayed.
What did it say? It's not displaying a pin code. What does it say? 3509. 3509. Pairing unsuccessful. I must have misheard that because I'm too busy filming. It normally comes up on the. I don't know if it's because I've got the doors open. It's not displaying it. I think I might have to start again, unless it will come up again. I could have sworn it said 3509. I wasn't listening properly. I might have to do it again. Right, forget that. I'll come back and do that again. I'll listen next time. Right, it's doing it now. Just said connecting. I don't know if I captured that on the camera, but it said connecting. Talk amongst yourselves. Obviously the mileage is flashing because it's out of a different car, so it will need a proxy alignment, but obviously I'll do that. Shall I do that before I put it back in the car? I think I might do, actually, just to be on the safe side. Taking a long time.
Welcome.
Ah, there we go.
To use the phone book, it is necessary to copy the contacts on the vehicle. Continue.
Yes.
Welcome. To use the phone book, it is necessary to copy the contacts on the vehicle. Continue.
Yes.
Copying.
Thank you. Why didn't it hear me the first time? Right, seems to be working. What I'll do is I'll ring my home phone just to make sure. So no flashing mileage. What I just wanted to say was, I've filmed this so many times, that's why I didn't film it. So I did it once, it worked, but the mileage was still flashing. And what I did then is I went into the dashboard, and of course it said it was still holding the error. The code was still there for when the old one wasn't working. So I cleared that, got rid of it, then went into the body computer, and it still said that there was a proxy error, presumably, and that actually said present. So I cleared that, went away, did a proxy alignment again, and it came back. So for some reason, sometimes you have to clear those codes, sometimes they just go on their own. But that's why. So yeah, it took me 2 goes to do it, but the mileage has now stopped flashing. So it's all working. I'm just going to try it one more time. I'm not going to do it on camera before I put it all back together. Now I've done the proxy alignment, just to make doubly sure that it's working. And then we put it all back together. So that's that done. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll come back and we'll carry on with the bits and pieces that need doing. Right, all done, all back in, working lovely, proxy alignment done, another job done out of the way. Right, next thing, I've sorted that out, that wasn't on properly, clips were missing, but I've done that now, put that back on. I think I've done all the paintwork on here except one bit, and obviously I can't do it today because of the rain, but there's a little bit of a chip, stroke scratch, stroke tiny little dent there. So it just needs, it's gone back to the metal. So it just, or is it prime, I can't really tell. But that just needs some paint dabbing in there. Obviously, so I can't do that today. So that'll have to be another day. I think I've done all the other bits. I know it's raining and you can't really, so I'm starting to get really wet now. It's raining heavier. I think I'm gonna have to go in for a bit until this till this rain eases off a bit. It's not meant to rain like this today. It was supposed to be cleared away by now. I suppose we can't complain, can we, considering it's October and we've had 25-degree temperatures. This is the next thing to attack. Now, as I showed you on a previous video, it's all cracked and it's all gone horrible. So I'm not sure whether to use heat to get it off or whether to use sticky stuff remover. I think it's going to go into all little bits, and it's going to go. I'm going to have to put something over here to try and catch it, I think, because I think it's just going to peel off in little bits. But I think I might try heat first. I don't want to scrape it because you've got the element for the heated rear window under there, so I don't want to damage that. So, what a ridiculous place to put it. But I've got to get it off. So you can see if I'm doing that, it's sort of... I mean, I could do it like that, I suppose, and then go over it with sticky stuff. That might be better, actually. Might be safer. Even though it'll take a little while. But yeah, I think that might be safer to do it that way and try and avoid the contacts. Yeah, so I'm going to go in now because it's raining and I'm getting wet. So I've got to put that back on because I swapped that, if you remember, because the old one, the holes in there were broken and it was all horrible. I mean, this one's a bit on the discoloured side, but it's much better than what was on it. I've got the new plates here to put on, but again, can't do it in this weather. That box is just all those bits of ignition switches and locks and whatever, which I don't need, so I can use those on another car. Apart from that, I think it's done. Oh, I've got to get that off as well, so we'll do that at the same time. Sticky stuff removal, sorry, that sticky stuff removal, we'll get that off, no problem. That's it. That's all we've got to do, I think. And I think, apart from a clean up, got to clean up the wheels, give the car a final clean. I think it's done. I am still waiting for the logbook. The logbook, the form, the V62 was only sent off last Monday, I think, or was it the Monday before? Can't remember, but I think they've had it less than 2 weeks, so it could take. It seems to vary greatly, and I know I think sometimes with cat ends, which is what this is, take longer because allegedly they write to the previous owner. Don't ask me why. I don't know whether that's true or not, which is a bit annoying. I wouldn't have done it. I would have sold it with the V62, but because there's no service history at all with this car, literally zero documents, I need to be able to track down the service history. I think I've got a couple of invoices, haven't I? So I can at least ring them up, I suppose. So I'll do that and see what I can find out. But apart from that, I need the logbook to print out the old MOTs and then go through and ring up those MOT stations to find out if they've done any servicing. So I'll come back once it's finished raining and we'll see if we can get that sticker off. Oh, well, this is fun. I've been about 20 minutes doing this. I'm getting there. I'm heating it up. Just for a few seconds like that, and then I'm using my fingernail and scraping it. It's great fun. Then throwing it behind me. It's leaving some bits behind, but as you can see there's a couple of little bits there, but it's cleaning off with the old tire remover. The glue is. Excuse the shaking. But yeah, it's laborious and extremely boring work, but I'm getting there. Right, there you go, all gone at long last. What a job that was. I managed to, I used that stuff and then I used the old window cleaning stuff that I use, and it's got it off. And I've also done this bit up here as well, got that off, just going to whack a little bit of polish over that. Right, so we're going to put that back on. I won't worry about the number plates today, I'll do them tomorrow. So I will be back tomorrow when MOT, so tyres and MOT. So I won't be back filming until I get back from the MOT, and then we will the car will be finished basically. It'll just have its final little clean on the inside, final clean on the outside, and then it'll be ready. I was going to message the bloke who is very local to me, who he messaged me the day after I got this about an auto. Haven't heard from him since, so he's not chased me up. So we didn't even talk about budget or anything, so I just need to find his message and message him back. But I think I'll wait until I get the MOT, because, you know, if for some reason it fails the MOT, then it won't be ready. So I don't want to be in that situation, so I'd rather get it know that it's done. But of course I can't sell it until the logbook comes. But at least, you know, someone could say, yeah, I'll have it, potentially put a deposit down, and as soon as the logbook comes I can transfer it. But yeah, so I will see you tomorrow afternoon. MOT, tyres are at 9 o'clock, MOT's at 1:45 I think it is, or 1:45, whatever it was. As soon as I'm done, we'll be back and we'll film again. So I will see you then, hopefully with a nice passed MOT, and preferably with no advisories. See you then. Okay, next day. It is about, it's 4:15 the next day. And we have today been busy little day today, been down and we've got our new tyres. So we've got four new tyres all the way around, obviously. Only cheap ones, as I say, they're what they called Sport Chaser. Yes, cheap Chinese ones, but brand new, and they do the job. So yeah, pleased with that. I'm definitely, so I got these, I got these for I think it was £176 for the four. That was with a 6 or 7% discount code or something like that, which is for four tyres is about 50 quid more than it cost me for part one. I know I don't always buy four tyres. In fact, this is the first time I bought four tyres, but based on that, there's no point, is there? There's no point in buying part ones anymore. I'm going to buy new ones. We've got an MOT. It is a pass, not a advisory free one, unfortunately. So suspension arm ball joint has slight play near side front, and suspension arm ball joint has slight play offside front. So both of them, both sides, need doing, which is a bit of a nuisance. One, it's not my favourite job. Two, you've got to take the bloody bumper off to do it. But I suppose at least it's both sides. I'm going to do them. I'm going to go and order them now. As I say, I can't sell this car until I've got the logbook through. So, and I would have done these anyway. So he said it's not a lot. He said, but you know, we have to put it down, and it is both sides. So I will do this next week. There's one or two other little bits I need to do on it. I think certainly one bit I noticed on it as I was driving it today. It drives lovely, drives really nice. I noticed that the little thing that moves that is missing. Now, I'm not sure whether it just pushes on or whether I need to replace that. I have got a spare one of those knocking around, so I will endeavour to do that. And I'm not sure. Let me just get in here. I was having a fiddle with this earlier. I don't know if it's because that's there. Oh yeah, no, they do go. I thought they were broken for a minute, but it was where that dodgy air freshener's in there. Get rid of that. It's pretty dead anyway. But yeah, no. So apart from cleaning this up, we're going to have to take that off to do that probably. As I say, unless it just pushes on, I'll have a look at my spare one. Apart from that, I think that's it. Apart from its final clean-up, number plates. The new number plate's got to go on. I'll do that next week as well. Clean up that exhaust pipe. Have a look at my exhaust pipe on my BMW. It was really dirty and I cleaned that up the other day. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a brand new exhaust. Oops. It's like a brand new exhaust pipe. Lovely, isn't it? Look at that. Hopefully that's what this one will end up like. So it's nearly done. Nearly done. So I'm going to end this video here because we'll do the final bits on the final video. It's more like living at Heathrow here every day. It's a bloody great big thing that was. So yeah, so we are done by all intents and purposes, apart from those two bottom arms, which are going to cost me about 45 quid for the pair, plus the time of doing it. If you're doing one, I mean, a lot of people say if you're doing one, do both anyway, which I've never done because I've never seen the point. But they both need doing. So we will end this video here. As I say, we've got the two arms to do, and then we've got that little air vent thing, final clean, wash and brush up, and that'll be it. And then I can contact the bloke who has got first refusal. As I say, I don't even know what his budget is, so I don't even know if this is out of his budget, but I think it's going to be, I'm going to look online on eBay and Auto Trade and what have you, but I've got 4995 in my head. I know it's a Cat N, but it's an auto, which is very, very, very sought after, and it's an undamaged car. So I think it's worth 4995 all day long, but as I say, I will check that and I will let you know on the next video as to you know, what I found out by looking online. So the next one will be the last one. But yeah, that's it for this one. So it's got quite long, this video, but we've done quite a bit in it. So yeah, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, as I always say, hit that button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up if you can, if you like the video. I was going to make some comments about some of the previous comments, but I'll do that in the next one. And that'll be it. So until the next one, as always, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. I'm out.